Hi, my name is Cheebs and I do a lot of solo backpacking, camping, and hiking, and I take you on those adventures with me. And in today's video, I do a short little quick solo backpacking trip. Should be a fun video and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Today's video is sponsored by Ridge. When I'm bringing my personal items with me into the backcountry, such as an ID or cash, it's important for me to put those things in a vessel that is durable and reliable. With a Ridge wallet, you can carry up to 12 cards plus room for cash. They also offer up to 30 different patterns and colors, and you know me, I had to go with the flowers. In addition to wallets, Ridge also offers key cases. This secure way to store your keys allows you to carry up to 6 of them. And maybe this isn't as important to you, but I love that they match my wallet. For me, functionality is everything when it comes to my gear, and both the wallet and key case provide that for me. Whether I'm going climbing at the gym or heading out into the backcountry, I know my belongings will be secure. Click the link in my bio if you're interested. All right, back to the video. Thank you, sponsors. All right, I've made it to the trailhead. I need to do some rearranging in my backpack and repacking, so I'm going to gear explode all over the parking lot. I receive quite a few questions on, all of the gear I decide to use when I go backpacking. And specifically, I receive quite a few questions on what footwear I choose when backpacking. It's very rare that I'll grab a hiking boot. I'll either go with a trail runner, or I'm currently using the La Sportiva Approach shoes. And these shoes are actually great for a multitude of things, including hiking, even rock climbing, but I don't really need the extra ankle support, so I tend to not use hiking boots. I cannot tell you how happy I am to see flowers. I love winter, don't get me wrong, but I'm ready for warm weather. So this trail is 13 miles in total. I don't know that I'll do the entirety of it, just because I know that there's an established campground about halfway through, so I'll get to that campground, see how I'm feeling, maybe stop there for the night, or maybe keep going to the end. But I will keep you updated. Okay, I am not very far into my hike. However, this looks like a lovely little spot for a swim, so I think I'm gonna take a quick dip. It's so cold! Oh. It's so beautiful out here. And all of this is poison oak, so let's make sure we don't touch that. Leaves of 3, leave it be. Okay, so I'm about 3 miles in and I have reached the first designated campsite. And it's right next to a water source, which is very rare that you find a campsite in which you're allowed to set up camp that close to a water source. So I think this is home for the rest of the day. So I made it to my campsite pretty early for once. I'm not going to be setting up in the dark, which is kind of a rare occurrence for me. So I have the rest of the day to hang out by this beautiful river. And I think the first order of business is going for a little swim. All right, come swimming with me. I am going to go ahead and get the tent set up. I think I'm just gonna do it in this nice flat spot behind me. Okay, there is one little problem. I do not have tent stakes, so I'm going to have to use rocks. Okay, the tent is all set up. This is my first time using this sleeping pad. I actually got it for winter camping. It's the Big Agnes Divide, and it has a pretty high R value. If you don't know, R value is basically the warmth value of a sleeping pad. The higher the R value, the more insulated, the warmer it will be on the ground. And it came with one of these nifty things that prevent me from having to blow it up completely with my mouth. This thing is so nifty and makes blowing up an air pad so much easier. Really like this. I have awoken from my napping slumber and I am pretty hungry. It's about dinner time. It's like 5 p.m. I usually eat dinner pretty early when I'm camping because I usually go to bed pretty early. So I'm going to get started on dinner. I am a couple hundred feet away from my campsite where I will be sleeping. And then I'm also going to be a couple hundred feet away from where I'm going to stash my food in my bear vault. This is arguably the best bear safety food management tactic, is to like make it in a triangle. So like campsite here, cook food here, stash it there. I'm not too worried about bears in this area. I haven't seen any signs of them. However, it is springtime and they're waking up a little grumpy, maybe. So I think it's just best to practice these safety measures no matter what, even if you feel like bears aren't a huge concern. Speaking of, my car was recently broken into by a bear. Insert pictures here. My car was locked. However, I did have some snacks inside of my car, which the bear smelled. I had these snacks on hand for like any sort of last minute outdoor excursion, like a hike or a climbing adventure, you know, just pretty much non-perishables, like nothing too yummy in my car. But the bear smelled it anyway, and because my car was locked and he couldn't get in, he decided to take it upon himself to bend my door in half. So my car is currently being fixed, but that goes to show you how strong the sense of smell of a bear is. He could smell the snacks through my car and took it upon himself to literally break in. So that is why we practice these food safety measures, because you are sleeping in a tent. And yeah, you just don't want to be sleeping with any scentables or food. So like that includes deodorant or toothpaste, because the thing about a bear is they're not really picky when it comes to what they will digest. They'll just put anything in their mouths. Okay, on the menu for tonight, we have some packaged ramen. Wow, amazing. I'm actually very excited for this. Normally I would have doctored it up with maybe like some broccoli or something, but it's pretty hot out and I just kind of threw this together last minute. So plain old ramen it is. That's hitting the spot. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. Any variation of hot, spicy soup makes my heart so happy. That was a tiny little hummingbird. Wow. It buzzed right by me and it was so loud. I thought it was a giant bug of some kind. But no, it was a hummingbird. And then it flew away and landed on a branch nearby. Dinner is done. That was so good. That hit the spot. The bugs are out and they are biting, unfortunately. I can hear them buzzing in my ears. So I'm gonna do the dishes and I'm also going to filter some water. And I am using my Katadyn. The outside of the bag is wet with unfiltered water. And I obviously want to be careful that none of that gets into my now filtered water. It's a tedious process, but certainly better than boiling snow for water. I'm not going to filter more than that for now because I still have another Nalgene half full of water, and right now I just don't think I need more than this, and the water source is super close by, so that's very, very fortunate. Normally, I would have a cup of sleepy time tea before bed. However, the bugs are just biting a little bit too bad. So I want to get the Bear Vault hidden and get in my tent and start reading before I fall asleep for the night. Okay, so when hiding a Bear Vault, again, you just want to make sure you're like a couple 100 feet away from the place you cooked food and away from the place you are sleeping. And a Bear Vault's different than a bear bag, obviously. But with a bear bag, you would hang it 30 feet in the air and like 10 feet away from the tree base, I believe is how that goes off the top of my head. But with a Bear Vault, obviously, you're not putting this thing in a tree. So what you want to do, or what I try to do at least, is just like put it in a place where it's relatively hidden. So like under a log or, I don't know, amongst some rocks. So I'm gonna take a gander. I'm gonna peek around and see if I can't find a good place to put this. Would also like to make sure that I'm not traversing into any poison oak nor ivy, because there's plenty of that around. So see these logs behind me? I'm just gonna nestle it somewhere in there, and that should be good. Make sure it's like kind of buried, but also, you know, not leaving a trace. Ow, I think I just got bit on the nose by a bug. Yeah, so this is where I'm gonna put it. Okay, I've got my base layers on. I am in the tent, as you can see. I don't know if you can hear the buzzing, but there's a little bit of a fly problem. They're not actually in the tent. You know, they're in the rain fly, so I'm wondering if I should just maybe take the rain fly off, because they're kind of trapped and they're buzzing, and it's not super duper fun. Okay, rain fly is off. I've actually never slept in this tent without a rain fly, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Should be interesting. Shouldn't be too cold tonight, like mid-40s, I think. Whoa, that guy is creepy. No, thank you. And now I will not be bothered with the sound of buzzing flies trapped in my rain fly, which I think is a wonderful trade-off. Wow, this is so nice. Oh, I actually love that I decided not to keep the rain fly on, because then I'm going to be able to see the stars once the sun goes down, and it's going to be very, very, very pleasant. I got bit on the face by a bug. It's very itchy. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. I'm going to relax and read my book. I am currently working through the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I am on the second book, Well of Ascension. Very much so enjoying the series. Having a really good time working my way through that. So, I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down and read my book. Good morning from me and my crazy morning hair. I slept kind of okay. Honestly, not great. But there's a deer over there. I'm pretty tired, and normally I would sit and enjoy a cup of coffee, but I kind of just want to get back to town, maybe as quickly as I can, and hopefully it's still early enough that I can head off to a diner and have a cup of coffee there. So I think I'm gonna break down camp and maybe do that. What a pretty morning. Well, I have to go that way, but we have some friends enjoying their morning breakfast, and who am I to interrupt that? So I'm just gonna wait patiently for a minute and see if they move off the trail. Gonna hang out here for a second. Wow. I wonder what the CFS of the river is right now, because it seems higher than normal. Not that I've been here before, but it just looks like that water is flowing pretty intensely. Rainbow. Made it to the parking lot. That's always such a good feeling. Finally making it back to your car. You can see a little bit of Mount Shasta over there. Right there. Okay, another backpacking adventure in the books. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. I will see you in the next video.